in the rotation push each other, especially during this 11-game streak?
Well, I think we push each other a lot. We want to bring the best out of each other. Everybody's pulling for each other too. It's no fun to just be pitching well yourself and not have anyone else to pitch well with you, especially, when you can get on a roll a little bit and give the offense some breathing room sometimes, or the offense can pick you up sometimes and it turns into a streak like this. So we push each other a lot. Yeah. I mean, we root hard for our teammates. So
how satisfying has it been for you seeing Jameson kind of find it throughout the season, and his last 12 starts where he's 7-0 with an ERA just over 2? How satisfying has that been for you?
Yeah, I think one of the first things I spoke about when Brian called me was about the resiliency. And hey, it's on full display right now. I've never had a personal, experience with a double Tommy John guy coming off that, going into his first year. But I've seen a handful of mixed bags coming off Tommy John. Some guys aren't able to continue to take the ball every time. And I feel like, his expectations for what he wanted to do and some of the groundwork that he wanted to lay was just continue to get stronger and stronger and stronger, take the ball every time Aaron gives it to him. He's done exactly that. Now I think that repetition is at a level now where he has a good feel for the strike zone. He has a good feel for where his pitches are. And he's kind of leaning on some of the experience that he had back when he, had a couple full seasons for Pittsburgh and really pitched at a high level. So he's taking that bag of tricks. He's got a lot of certainty in the body at this point and in where the stuff is going. And he's continuing to peak for us. And I've always had faith, but it's fun to watch for me, even though I thought it was going to happen. And I'm glad everybody else gets to see it too. So
thanks, Gerrit.
Gerrit, during the first several months of the season, when as a team you were searching for consistency, everybody kind of kept saying the same thing, that they were coming to the park, with the same, fresh approach and, not letting anything bother you. As you're on a long winning streak now, does anything change? Does it feel different coming to the park, or does it feel similar to what it did 2 months ago?
Yeah, come on, we're not robots. So yeah, it feels a lot better coming to the park after winning 11 games as it does not playing at your best. I think though, what we're doing is we're not letting the success get us complacent. There's always something to be learned from every game. We're always pretty critical on ourselves, I think, as a group. Those are the kind of players that we bring in around here. And I don't think that aspect has changed. At the end, it's all about results. So yeah, it has an effect on you. But it certainly can have more of an effect than I think that we're letting it have. We're in a good mood, but we're learning from our mistakes in the game. We're learning from the things that we did better. We're celebrating the wins, absolutely, for sure. But when we show up to the park the next day, the score's back to 0-0. So we got work to do.
And, the lineup you have tonight has Urshela back in there, and you've missed him for a little while. He hasn't played with Rizzo yet. You have a pretty strong defensive alignment right now. What does that do for pitching staff?
When they get hot, it just puts you on the attack with the hitters. You're not afraid to force contact, not afraid to throw the ball over the plate. If there's an area where you can pitch to a ground ball and this guy's a pull hitter, there's a lot of confidence there that it's going to be hard to get it to the left side of the infield. I think the combination between Gio, all the different angles, all the different balls that he can get to, all the different types of throws that he can make, throwing over to Rizzo is obviously, really acrobatic with the picks. I'm sure there's going to be some magic between those two, most likely within these next 4 games. Oakland's got some guys that can run and put the ball on the ground. So looking forward to seeing that. Glad that Gio's back. It's going to be good for us.
Thank you, Gerrit.
Gerrit, if you were preparing to face this current iteration of the Yankees lineup, what would be the biggest challenge in your eyes?
Well, I don't want to dissect him, Eric, and give it, really write the roadmap for the A's here. But there's not a lot of ways that there's not one method anymore, I think, that you can use to get out. And there's not one part of the strike zone where you can get comfortable and pick your spots on who to challenge and who to not challenge, because eventually that part of the strike zone will be open for you. At some point, you're going to run into somebody that's going to be able to cover that. So you're going to be forced to move the ball around. There's power, obviously. I mean, 3 guys hit the ball 120. There's moxie. There's speed at the bottom. There's the ability to hit to all fields, both at the top and at the bottom. So I think the big takeaway is that, you're going to have to dominate 2 sides of the plate. You're going to have to throw strikes. You may be able to pitch around 1, but you're not going to be able to pitch around 2 or 3. So you're just going to have to be on your stuff. My best suggestion would be bring out your best stuff and pound the strike zone.
Thanks, Gerrit.